attacker, who has been fighting IS in Syria, has been killed whilst clearing landmines in Raqqa. It is understood that Jack Holmes, aged 24 from Bournemouth, died on Monday morning in an explosion as his sniper unit cleared mines to make way for freed civilians to leave the war zone after the terrorists' de facto capital was liberated. He left his home in 2015 and, despite having no military training, joined the Kurdish People's Protection Unit, later becoming one of the longest-serving volunteers. Police are launching an investigation into a reported sexual assault where they will be carrying out house-to-house inquiries. The attack is said to have happened in the Yeoman's Way area. Our reporter Millie May Lampshire sent this report from the scene.
I'm here at Yeoman's Way, where a sexual assault on a woman in her 30s took place Saturday evening. The police have now launched a witness appeal to find the attacker and are even conducting door-to-door investigations. No suspects have yet been brought in for questioning. Emily Potter, Buzz News.
A campaign to slow drivers down in the New Forest has been set up. It will use temporary warning signs, a mobile police speed camera van and advertising in the local area. The campaign, known as #Add3Minutes, was set up by the families who own the animals that maintain the forest. New Forest organisations are asking drivers to slow down as the clocks go back to prevent the usual autumn rise in animal deaths. Almost 100 free-roaming animals were killed in the autumn months of last year, and a quarter of these took place on 4 key routes in the area. There have been calls for more support for patients suffering from dementia after Alzheimer's Research UK revealed that Christchurch is one of the UK hotspots for the disease. Joanna House, whose great-grandmother suffered from the condition, is one of those.
Well, she was becoming quite aggressive, and it was unusual, so we ended up taking her to the doctors and finding out she had Alzheimer's and dementia. And then from that, really, over the next few years, she just went downhill. We were caring for her 24/7. She just didn't remember anywhere. She thought it was a hotel, so it was quite devastating, really. Like her being bathed, food being cooked for her. It was all done by the family. To be honest, the NHS could have done a little bit more. We could have had a bit more support, because it was a lot for us all to take on, especially seeing her like such a very strong woman, and she was just so independent. To just see her going downhill and having other people doing everything for her.
Residents in Poole are fighting to stop the closure of a popular car park in Canford Cliffs. The car park on Beach Road is seen by many tourists as an ideal location to park their car to access the beach. The Borough of Poole Council have started proceedings to free up the car park so it can be sold to housing developers. Jake Stolte has more.
The fate of this car park has been determined despite residents' concerns. It is protected by a restrictive covenant, meaning that the owner of the land or the lease of the property has limits on what they can do with it. However, residents may fear that this could cause chaos outside their homes. Jake Stolte, Buzz News.
The sudden popularity of artisan gin has caused the number of distilleries in the UK to increase by 19% in a year. Captain John Morgan from Dorset Cruises, who runs a gin tasting cruise for gin lovers, shares his experience about the new popular spirit.
Extremely popular. It's outselling beef in the UK now. They changed the laws in the UK so people could be a micro distiller now. So previously you had to produce a certain amount of gin to be able to sell it, which meant you had people like Bombay Sapphire, Gordon's, Hendrix just saturating the market. But now you can be a small cap artisan distiller. It means you can have hundreds. I think there's over 400 distillers in the UK at the moment, and it's growing every week.
And now for the sport. AFC Bournemouth play Middlesbrough in the 4th round of the Carabao Cup tonight. The Cherries beat Brighton and Hove Albion in the 3rd round and are expected to make several changes to the team. Callum Wilson, who has been injured since February with a serious knee problem, could make his return for the club. Kick-off is at 7:45 p.m. That's all for now. We'll be back at 4 p.m. Goodbye.